So what's been your initial impression on Stanford? What is anything that you kind of picked up on?
Obviously a well-coached team, fundamentally sound. They're very disciplined. They're not going to commit any selfish penalties or, non-focused penalties. Up front, they're pretty physical. O-line, I think that they established the run game really well. They got an experienced quarterback, good pocket passer, mature. They're big on the outside. They can go up and get the ball, contested catches all across the field, dynamic running backs. Offensively, I just think, that they're a complete team.
When an offense has had injuries like they've had, how much does that incorporate into your considerations and what you guys might do?
I don't think it changes too much game plan wise, but when you're kind of breaking down personnel, at least myself as a player, you kind of try to take a peek and just see who can possibly replace certain places and see if they have any tendencies. So when it comes down to individual player breakdown, it kind of plays an effect, but game plan wise, I don't think very much.
In terms of the individual players, I guess I'll just say Michael Wilson's their leading wideout. He's going to be out this week. They already lost their starting running back from the beginning of the season. I mean, how does that sort of impact what you guys are trying to do on the defense?
I think we still got to stay focused and play our game. Coach Aguano mentioned, we haven't gotten a win on the road this year, so that's our number one goal and our mission. So, just staying focused on that and playing our Sun Devil football and staying focused on our game plan.
You mentioned, the running backs, dynamic running backs. In terms of just the season as a whole, they haven't necessarily had the production to meet with that. I mean, the offensive line has also had, injury problems up there. What is that? What has sort of played into your perspective on that, going into this one?
Yeah, even though they may not have the production, they're a well-coached team. And I think, Stanford, being Stanford, they got elite pedigree, a long tradition of good football players. Those guys are going to be ready to play when it comes to Saturday, so we have to do the same.
What do you think about just Donnie talked about maybe being more aggressive? What's your kind of thoughts about kind of, be more, in the face of some of these opponents?
I would say I like it. We've had D coordinators in the past. I think we're probably like that as well. Whatever plays called, we're going to run it to the best of our ability. So I got full trust in Coach Donnie, and, I know he feels the same way about all of us. So whatever he calls, we're going to play it to the best of our ability.
Would you like to do more blitzing personally? Is it fun?
I would like to do whatever helps us win.
You like to do more blitzing? Now, come on.
I like to do whatever helps us win.
Who doesn't want to go get the quarterback? Though, right?
You're right. I like picks too.
That's true.
Kyle, you're pretty close to some career high numbers, specifically in the tackle department, and there's still a lot of football to be played in the rest of the season. Do you think about that, or is that on your mind at all?
Honestly, no. Only thing on my mind is just getting wins. I mean, you can have all the stats in the world, but if your team's not winning, then you're not doing something right. That's kind of my mindset. So whatever I can do to help the team win, that's really my main focus.
Do people talk to you, though, about just kind of being a top Pac-12 and tackles and stuff like that?
Yeah, I hear things here and there. To me, though, you can always be better. I feel like there's still plays I've left out on the field that, I wish I could have back. And, just trying to do my best to help the team win, like I said. If you don't get a win on Saturdays, then it's not good enough.
You talked about the size they have on perimeter in terms of the wide receivers. They also have that tight end back, Benjamin Urosek. I mean, does he pose any matchup challenges for you guys?
Obviously, when there's a tight end that can run routes and catch the ball, it's always going to be a matchup that they're probably going to focus on, or it's going to cause the defense problems. Last year, I thought he played a great game against us, so we definitely got a guy like him circled. We got to do our best to contain him and prevent him from getting loose.
And sort of what goes into that? I mean, in terms of some changes, perhaps is it bracketing? Is it what is sort of allowing you guys to really go into this with confidence that you guys can really contain it?
I think film study, knowing your opponent, and just really focusing on playing fundamental football, staying sound with your eyes and your leverage.